We are once again on location, and we are joined by a gentleman that you may or may not know, but I guarantee you know his events throughout the greater Inland Empire and especially throughout Ontario and the West Side. We are joined by Michael Krouse, who, and I'm going to butcher this, who is President and CEO of the Greater Ontario Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Ontario Convention Center, and the Citizens Business Bank Arena.
You rock, Ron.
Oh,
you
my
got
God.
that right.
I
and
got
that's
that
a
right.
big, long title.
And when you hand someone your business card, it accordions, I'm guessing, right?
No, Sue, our marketing head, has done a great job of condensing that.
Okay. I just want to know how many letters of the alphabet are actually not in your title somewhere.
Well, you should add the acronyms after my name for all my accreditations.
Oh, there
that
you
drives
go.
everyone else crazy,
And
too.
that makes up for the missing alphabet letters.
It does, it does.
Well, Michael, you know, in the opening I said people may or may not know you, and a lot of people do know you, obviously, because you're very high profile. But everyone knows you guys do so many major events. We're here today to talk about the Route 66 Crusin Reunion, but you guys do a lot of events throughout the year. So I thought we could start by talking about really what you do to help the communities and to bring money into the communities through the Greater Ontario Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Well, sure. I'll start by suggesting a couple things here. Number one is the Visitor and Convention Bureau is an economic engine for the city. Not only do we create jobs, but we generate hotel rooms, which generates tax revenue. But when I talk about jobs, just the entities alone that we have oversight over have something close to 1,000 employees.
Wow.
In the entities that we've spoken about. That includes the convention center and the arena. But remember, all of those facilities and all of the other assets that we have oversight over also create guest experiences. So we're also in the customer service business. We're also in the food service business. So we employ a lot of food service staff. We're very well known for the quality of our food service product as well. But the thing that I would suggest to you here is in this building alone, which we're sitting in the Ontario Convention Center for this interview, the Convention Center does more than 500 events a year, and almost 1 million people a year go through both the Convention Center and the arena combined. The arena does over 700,000 attendees a year, for example, in that building. So there's a lot of people we got to service in a year, but just those two buildings as an example are one of our key components. But in addition to the event we're going to talk about today, we also run the Christmas on Euclid experience, which is the historic nativity scenes on Euclid Avenue.
Which is another event that, in a sense, you guys saved.
We did.
Because it was teetering. It was on the brink.
Well, the statues had come into poor repair, and I have a little background in historic. I used to work years ago for the Biltmore Hotel in Los Angeles, which is a National Historic Landmark. These two are historic. And these statues had been over the years neglected purely because of lack of funding.
Right.
Well, we created a funding mechanism and a nonprofit that could fund that, and that's how we saved that. But now what I'm excited about, and we'll talk more another time about that event, is that we've engaged the local religious community to be partners of ours in that.
Nice.
So that's a neat thing. But then we also, you may remember, ran Huckfin Jubilee. I know you were disappointed to hear we weren't going to be doing that ourselves anymore, but I'm happy to report that the folks that we turn that over to are going to be, looks like, doing it here in the IE again. So we'll talk to you more about that.
I don't know how many people, I think a lot of people that loved it know that you let it go. I don't know how many people know that it is coming back, and that's... Right.
We're very excited about that because it was one of our babies. We kind of nurse these things, and they're kind of our babies, and we want to be very thoughtful about the things that we put our hands in and don't, etc. This particular event, we really, we upped the numbers, the experience changed, the type of level of entertainment we brought in was quite superior. So we had a lot of excitement, and it was an iconic item here in the Inland Empire.
It was. I was going to that when it started up at Mojave Narrows.
Oh
up
my
in the high
gosh! Well,
desert.
that's where the family,
Yeah.
the Tucker family, who have been such great supporters of ours for that event after we took it. So we were bummed when we had to make that decision, but
it's
we'll
coming
be
back.
involved, and we're going to be
Yes.
involved anyway to help market it. So that'll
Cool.
be fun.
Cool. And what a lot of people I think don't recognize is what you said earlier, you fill the hotels. But the economic impact of that, the positive economic impact on the overall greater communities is huge because these people put gas in their cars, they eat, they shop. So you really help support economically this whole West End and beyond. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that a lot of people, why we're called the Greater Ontario Convention and Visitors Bureau, because we represent the West End, and what I mean by that is we represent the cities of Ontario and Rancho Cucamonga, and you might be interested to know that there's more than 6,000 hotel rooms in those two cities, most of which live in Ontario themselves, but there's 70 some hotels that represent all that. So there's a lot of hotel rooms. To put that in perspective, there are more hotel rooms here in Ontario than there are in downtown Los Angeles.
That's amazing.
Surprising.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're then going to focus on what I think is one of the coolest events and another one that you guys, in a sense, saved. So don't go away. We will be right back. Hi, I'm Ron Stark, known as the voice of the Inland Empire. We've been on the air for almost 20 years, interviewing and discussing important people, places, and things in the IE. Our show was recently covered by Inland Empire magazine. Check us out on Charter Cable or visit our website at voiceoftheinlandempire.com or on Facebook or YouTube by searching Voice of the Inland Empire. We are back and joined by Michael Krouse, who is president and CEO of half of the known world in Ontario. And I just didn't want to have to try and say that all again.
I don't blame you. Don't say it again.
And Michael, the thing that we're really here to talk about is right behind us, the Route 66 Crusin Reunion. And I know there's a decades-long history behind this and a great story about how it came to Ontario. So give us a little of that background, and when is this coming up?
Well, first of all, this will happen. This will be our 5th year operating it. And the way we got it is kind of a funny story. I'll try to be as brief as possible. Route 66 Rendezvous
out in San
Bernardino. And I actually was involved in many of the early years of that show back in my youth. And since I arrived at Ontario, they had to make a change. They didn't have the funding for it, etc.
That's when San Bernardino was really going through its financial
crises.
Yeah.
The Bureau was no longer had funding, etc. Well, I knew the show well. I wanted it. I tried to buy it from them, keeping the name, etc. They weren't interested in that. They were trying to protect the brand. I understand that. But we said, they needed a car show of this caliber, etc., and that's how we kind of started it. We just took the concept and something they weren't doing anymore and put it on historic Euclid Avenue with shade and shade from the warm weather. The cars have a lot more space and they can cruise, which is one of the most important things to the car aficionados, I guess you would call them. So that's kind of how it all happened.
And out in San Bernardino, it was really kind of spread out and it was hot. But, Euclid is so cool for these major events. It's just the grass tree-lined, down the middle. And so now when is the event again, and what all is going to be taking place for people to come out and enjoy?
Well, first of all, the event happens on the 3rd weekend in September, which is September 15 through 17 this year. It'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Starting Friday evening.
Okay. And Friday evening is Aloha Friday, so wear your ugly Hawaiian shirt. We have a cool band that'll be playing that night as well. But then in addition to that, we will have on Saturday night, we're very excited to present the original Blood, Sweat, and Tears with Bo Bice, the original. One of the originals will be here for our show. Now remember, these are at Ontario Town Square, which you might also be interested to know that we run.
Right.
So Ontario Town Square will be part of this event.
But that's right there. It's adjacent.
Oh, yeah.
It's right there off of Euclid.
Remember, we close Euclid Avenue for the duration of this event, and the cars are lined up on Euclid Avenue. We'll have more than, close to 2,000 cars, and we'll have about 250,000 visitors.
And along with the cars, vendors. There's going to be booths and
Vendors.
and vendors.
Absolutely.
And there's going to be food.
Lots of food, lots of good food. And then we also have, of course, the vendors, as you mentioned, but we also have the neon light things at night, and we have all the good stuff.
Oh, the nighttime cruise.
They
is
love
so
that
cool
because
to
the
watch.
neons and, everyone loves that because, of course, it makes it another exciting thing. But the best part about the event is that we allow cruising, and that's a big thing to the car aficionados.
And then, so we know what's going on Friday and Saturday, quickly Sunday, and then how can people get more information?
The way you get more information is you go to Route 66 CrusinReunion.com, and that's how you get information on this event. Or you can come to the Ontario Convention Center, which is where we have a visitor information center. You can also gather information for this.
But if I go to the website, I'll see all the events,
All the
times,
registration, the events,
everything.
the route, anything you want to know is all at the
All right.
website.
Well, Michael, thank you for having saved at least a couple of major events that I'm aware of, and for all of the events you guys do to keep our neck of the woods prosperous.
It's our pleasure, and we're proud to do it.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you so much.
We will be right back.
Hey, we're down here in Ontario, California, and we came down here to the car show to check out all the classic cars.
Always been around hot rods and lowriders, so always want to do this.
We enjoy the overall event. This is our 4th year coming here. This is excellent turnout. We enjoy coming out to the cruise. This is what we do as our getaway and fun. We make it a 3-day event, getting away out of town, and we just enjoy the company and visiting people. We see friends that we don't always see, but out here at the Roots, catch up. It's great.
Lots of people, young, old, male, female, everybody. They all love the cars, and they're all here for the same reason.
Most of the car shows don't let you drive around. You come and you show your car, and that's it. This one has a nice cruise route.
Show up the old cars, bring them out, enjoy them.
I've seen a lot of car enthusiasts. I've seen a lot of beautiful classic cars, trucks, station wagons, sedans. I sound like I know a lot about cars being a girl, don't I?
We're talking about classic cars that we grew up watching and always wanted to build when we were kids and watch our uncles build.
We can see what they love because everyone has different tastes.
You get a chance to see a lot of nice cars. It gives you ideas of what you want to do to your car.
Show off what you did the whole year.
So as we look across to see different Cadillacs, different years of Chevrolets, all the different eras of the 60s, 70s, and 50s, they all have great taste behind them. You can tell the owner's pride is right there with them.
And I own a 1965 Super Sport Chevy.
And my first Camaro was a 69 Camaro, and now we're with a second 69 Camaro. The joy of doing this work, how it's done with a car that's still unique and very custom built to my liking.
Actually, my father's been doing this for many years. He used to work at a body shop. He said, it's time for you to have your own car. He also has a car. We have many cars, actually, several of them now. Trading them, selling them, fixing them up. So.
Really great people, and they have really good food out here. And we'll stay out here until 2 o'clock in the morning.
And if you love cars, old and new, they're all here.
You got to come see the cars. They're the stars, and that's what makes it all happen.
There's not a lot of places you can actually go and have fun without spending a lot of money. This is actually free. It's 100% free, which is really cool.
Even if they don't have an old car, just come and see the event. Oh, they get hooked. All it takes is once, and that's it.
To have this old Main Street town is like a great back set for the car event. And to have this long of a street to be able to do the cruise and to be able to park the cars and still cruise through, have people walk around and have all the vendors here. But this thing here doesn't look like it's gonna stop. I mean, as we were cruising in to come in, it was like we felt like we were driving 3 miles to get up to the top, and you could barely drive through there because there's so many people looking at the cars. And I think, what I think about car shows like this is it brings a smile to everybody's face, and everybody that's involved in automobiles, really can relate to the hard work that's going on here. But it's growing and growing and growing.
The wonderful thing about this car show is that people just don't sit there with their cars. They actually cruise, and you don't find that in a lot of the car shows that we go to. So I like it because you actually, if you don't walk all the way up there, it's all right. The cars are going to come past you, so you're going to get to see all the cars. So that's what I love about this show. I know what I'm looking forward to is seeing Casey and the Sunshine Band tonight. I have to say I'm a huge fan. I cannot wait to see him.
The community and the residents and businesses here on Euclid Avenue continue to be some of our biggest supporters for this event, and thank you to them for being such great partners.
Hi, this is Corey Chalmers, host of the hit TV show Hoarders and president of Stericlean Inc. Did you know that 5% of the population suffers from moderate to severe hoarding behaviors? Are you or a loved one overwhelmed with clutter? Let our caring and compassionate specialists support you every step of the way, drama-free. Give us a call at 1-800-HOARDERS for a free estimate, or visit us on the web at hoarders.com. Now serving the greater Sacramento area. Give us a call at 1-800-HOARDERS or visit us at hoarders.com.
On our next stop of the park tours of San Bernardino County Regional Parks, we are now at Lake Gregory Regional Park in the beautiful city of Crestline. We are just a short drive from anywhere in the Inland Empire, and as you're about to see, this is a beautiful lake, a beautiful park with a lot to do for you and your entire family. Let's check out the park and enjoy some time at Lake Gregory. Lake Gregory Regional Park is owned by San Bernardino County, and they are constantly doing upgrades and improvements to make the recreational value of this lake always better. Nestled in Crestline, Lake Gregory is a beautiful park with so much to do, including water slides, boat rentals, kids' play areas, lots of beachfront swimming, food, and so much more. I'm looking forward to really checking this beautiful lake out. Oh, check this out. You can even reserve cabanas right on the beach at Lake Gregory. We have to find those and check them out. Whether you bring your own pop-up and tent, while spending the day enjoying the sand, sun, and water here at Lake Gregory, or reserve one of their special cabanas, you're guaranteed to have a great day. And here at Lake Gregory, they have rentals. Whether you're looking for belly boards, paddle boards, aqua bikes, kayaks, they have it all for rent, so you can truly take your day out into the middle of the lake. Enjoy fishing? You can even rent a rowboat or a motorboat to make sure that you get that perfect catch. In a word, the kids' special swim area is awesome, with all kinds of blow-ups and inflatables floating in the water, just a very short swim from the sandy beach. This is the perfect place for kids to splash, have fun, and cool off on a hot summer day. You can pack in your own food or come on over to the Cove Cafe, where they have a wide selection of burgers, dog salads, and more to satisfy any hunger that you might have. Ready for an adult beverage? Then head on over to the Beach Club, where you can enjoy a wide variety of beer and wine, well, overlooking beautiful Lake Gregory here in the heart of the San Bernardino Mountains. We are now on the backside of the lake, where you'll find barbecues, picnic tables, and tall shade trees, the perfect place to hang out with family and friends. And did I mention we're also on our way to check out the 2 water slides here at Lake Gregory Regional Park. On the backside of the lake, you can truly spend the whole day here with the kids, including a covered area with barbecues and picnic tables adjacent to the kids' special play beach. And we found it. There are 2 beautiful water slides, and you can get a day pass, a season pass, or even an annual pass for the water slides and all of Lake Gregory. And there is so much going on here, not just during the summer, but truly year-round. Lake Gregory Regional Park has many special events, not just during the summer, but all year long. Their season kicks off on Memorial Day weekend with their classic trout derby. They have a wonderful celebration for the 4th of July, an incredible Labor Day extravaganza, and much, much more. For more information on these or any of their special events, visit their website at lakegregoryrecreation.com. We are now joined by a wonderful lady from a store that I just love, right here in Old Town Upland, the Eagle's Nest owner, Jolene Hauser. And Jolene, you also serve on the board of the Historic Downtown Upland Board. Why every time I say that does it sound redundant? But anyway, and you're here to talk to us, much as Lucy has in the past, about Family Fun Night, which we know is a great opportunity to bring the family out, get some fresh air, see some great vendors, eat some incredibly good, but not good for you food. Although all the food vendors, I've asked them, is your food 0 calories? And they all say yes. Sure. So, you know, how bad can it be? Of course, I tell them I want them to lie to me first. Anyway, but you have an opportunity for businesses to take advantage of the foot traffic that is coming to Family Night Out.
Yes, we have had a lot of excitement, most that we have had ever, for different corporations, businesses to get involved. And it started with Walmart, that this is exactly the sort of community involvement they want to be a part of. And so they gave us a grant to buy some of the hopscotch, jump ropes, yo-yos, all of that.
So is their name in that area then as the donor of that equipment or as a sponsor of that area?
It will be.
Okay.
We just started this. So
okay.
It's not there yet.
But that's the whole deal.
And yes, and they came down, set up a table and talked about their healthy living and immunizations and that sort of thing. IHOP is going to be starting. They're working on.
Now it seems to me they should be the ones that sponsor the hopscotch.
That's exactly. That's what I proposed to them. We think alike. IHOP hopscotch.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. And they're going to put signs up with the.
No way, they are? Oh, that's hilarious.
And then they'll include the rules because kids don't know the rules.
Yeah.
And of course, kids can play it by the rule or by not, whatever they want to do. But at least they'll be there.
As long as they know that there's no cheat codes for hopscotch like there is for their video games.
Yes, that's right. And then we were approached by Dave & Buster's. They came out last week and had a wheel that the kids could spin, and they would win candy or toys or coupons to Dave & Buster's. 7-Eleven has approached us, and I'm not sure, I think they're giving coupons, or we haven't gotten into that yet. Skate Express is giving free skate passes. So, you know, we can use more of that.
So if someone's at home and they're a business owner and they're watching this and they go, wow, that's a really cool event. It's healthy, it's good for the community, lots of people. I'd like to get my business name out to the people. How would they get a hold of you?
Our email address is info@historicdowntownupland.org.
Okay.
Or the website is historicdowntownupland.org. So they could, either of those places would give information.
What a great way to advertise. You have all these people out and they're enjoying and it's a great evening and you can give back to the community and get your name known.
Yes, and we have smaller, like Simply Sweet Apple Company is, she's showing movies every week. Like this last week, I think it was Madagascar. And so she'll have movies running that the kids...
Inside the store, or where does...
she set up a booth, and we're still kind of working on that idea of how to make it dark enough. But she thinks she'll get it worked out.
That's nice. I got to tell you a true story about her shop. So almost every Thursday, I and the dog walk into town. We have our couple favorite food vendors, so we'll get something that we're going to take home. And then I go by the pet store in town to get something for the pooch, and then I go by Sinfully Sweet. And every time I walk in the door, I look at the nice people behind the counter and say, you know I hate you all, don't you?
Does your dog like apples?
No, but I'm not going to share that. He doesn't share his biscuits. And they always laugh and they go, well, we love you too. And then I buy something that I shouldn't, go home and have an awesome dinner.
And they're good.
They are good. Yeah, they're amazing. Well, thank you for all that you and the entire board are doing. I love the Old Town area, and you know, there's all the events that happen year round, but one of my favorite times is summer for Family Night Out.
Thank you.
Don't go away. We will be right back. Hi, I'm Ron Stark. I own one of the fastest growing, most creative ad agencies in the region, Voice Marketing. Check us out online at voicemktg.com. We work with clients ranging from the county of San Bernardino to the star of the hit TV show Hoarders. Call or email me personally at the phone number or email address below, and check out my TV show, Voice of the Inland Empire, on Charter Cable and online. What a great show. I so enjoyed chatting with all of our guests, and I especially want to thank you for tuning in and watching us. And be sure to set your DVRs so you never miss another episode of Voice of the Inland Empire. Or if you'd like to be able to watch anytime 24/7, the simplest way is to check out our website at voiceoftheinlandempire.com. And while you're there, drop us an email. We love to hear from you. Thoughts, ideas, suggestions. Have an idea for a show guest? We'd love to hear it. Our guests need to have topics of broad general interest and be non-commercial in nature. Or if you don't have access to the internet or just prefer a more traditional means of contact, you can always use our telephone hotline at 909-746-8846. So, until next time, this is Ron Stark reminding you to be productive, care for your world and the people around you, work hard, find time for fun, but always remember to give back whatever and whenever you can. Until next time, goodbye for now.